Nice day here on Grandma's farm. Fairly cool out this morning. Starting to warm up out in the sunshine. Grandma's out there tilling her garden before it gets warm. Got her Troy built cranked up, just motivating away. Horses are grazing over at the neighbor's place. Of course, that's all them damn horses do is eat. Well, that one's doing something different right there, but that's one of the byproducts of horse eat is road apples. Well, a little project this morning. I made one of these for my lovely wife Janice. It's a garden trowel made out of 1-inch tube. And it actually turned out pretty daggone nice. It's pretty heavy. Hard to bend. So I thought I'd make another one. So I've got my tube started here. Turn the light on. Maybe you can see a little bit better. I've got this piece of 1-inch tube. It's not pipe. It's tubing. You know the difference by the welded seam that's right there. Now it's smooth on the outside, but on the inside you can see the welded seam, and I'm paying a little bit more attention to where that seam's at on this one. If you see that line right there, that's the welded seam. So on this one, that's where I'm going to cut it. Anyway, now I just cut this to what I thought was about the right length, and it's 11 3/4 inches. So 12 inches is probably a good length. And then the handle is 5.5 inches. Now, what I did with the other one, and the reason it's 5.5 inches, is because I thought, being a digging tool, it would be good if it was long enough that you could grab it with your thumb still on the handle. So that's what I done. That's what I did. So that's 5.5 inches is what that is. Now all I got to do is cut this down about 3/4 of the way through, and then cut this lengthways right on that weld, and you can see the weld on the inside, so it's not hard to find where it's at. It's right down that line. So that's what I'm going to do. It starts cutting pretty fast once you get started in the pipe, so you got to be careful not to go too far, and I think that's far enough. Now I need to slice that right down along that line. One way to do that is with an angle grinder and a cutoff disc. That's the way I did the other one. I think I'll do this one with the old plasma cutter. Okay, I thought I'd show you what I've done to set this up here. We've got this piece of angle iron. Angle iron is real good to keep a straight edge on round stock. And I've set that up so that I can put my plasma cutter, put the lip of that plasma cutter right on that. That maintains a little bit of gap, which you want. This is a drag tip, but it's better if you have a little bit of a gap. And I can drag that right down there and cut that right where I want. Nice and straight. Oh, with the exception of where my clamp slipped a little bit and I got a little gouge right there. That'll grind out, it's not very much. I've got that slit open. Now comes the not so easy part of spreading that out flat. So it's time to get the forge wound up. Well, I got the fire going on the first light. That's not always true. And it's getting pretty hot. Got some green coal in the back there. You can see a little bit of smoke coming off of it. It's turning into coke. Let's get that piece of pipe out here. Get it right in the fire. See if we can't get it hot. So the secret is get this opened up a little bit, then I can grab it with a set of tongs and pretty much do whatever I want to with it. Get that back to fire now. Another heat on it. Plenty more. Well, that's pretty much all the forging from right now. It's pretty true. The V of the, you got to have that you got to have that cup to it, or it won't be as rigid. That's pretty true straight to the handle down through there. I must have hit that pipe just a little bit on the end. We can fix that easy enough. Now I need to cut that down. If I was true to blacksmithing, I'd take a chisel and I'd heat it up and I'd cut it down through there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it with my angle grinder. Took a piece of pasteboard, come off of a cleaning brush my lovely wife bought. Marked it right down the middle, folded it in half so I could cut both sides even. Just roughly put a mark on there like I wanted it. Then I set that down on there and marked it. And I think, no, that'll work okay. I can cut it from this side. So I'll just cut these two, cut down along these marks here. And these corners here I'll just grind off with a grinder. So that's what's next. That roughly gets the shape out. I can clean that up now with a grinder, with the grinding wheel. And there we go. Change that over to a flat disc. What I did for this other one, for handles, I had a couple old bicycles over there, and one of them had fairly rubbery grips because this is just a little bit bigger round than the handlebars on a bicycle. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I had to stretch it to get around, to get it to go around it. Anyway, that's one of them up to there, and then I turned the other one around and stuck it on the spar and then cut it off. Helps keep your hand off the blade, gives you a little bit of cushion there. So that worked pretty good. So I'm liable to see if I can find a couple. I've got another old bicycle over there. See if I can tear the handles off of it. There you go. when genuine homemade garden trowel that's made out of a lot thicker, you can see there, it's a lot thicker material than the ones you buy. MLWJ's been using this one, says it's the best one she's ever had. And there it is with the bicycle handles. Yeah, put one on there in reverse. It goes up to there. There we go.